Welcome guys, it's top 5 niches of the week, episode 151. We've got 5 new print-on-demand niches that are selling really well right now in the near term that if you target should hopefully increase your sales this week. Let's get to it. And we'll get started with my Amazon merch sales update. Actually, one of my slowest weeks in a while. I did $842 profit on 218 sales on the US market and made about another 80 sales between the international markets in the last week. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I do post daily sales updates. That's linked in the description. All right, let's get to the top 10. This is not the top 5 niches. This is just the filter out the major brands and let's just evaluate the top 10 bestsellers and see what we can learn. So we see some Easter shirts, some autism awareness shirts, pretty much what we would expect. Of course, we got the I'm Not Old, I'm Classic shirt that has to be there year round. It's almost like a joke at this point. All right, we have Peeps shirts in the #1 spot. I just wanted to mention, guys, that I do not recommend selling anything with Peeps in the title or in the design, honestly. I haven't tried uploading anything like this recently in recent years, but I'm pretty sure that every year we see somebody in like the Facebook group. If you're not a member, check it out, linked in the description. It's free. Talking about how they got a rejection. People ask, what'd you submit? They show the Peeps design and we put 2 and 2 together. Also, that design right here, Latino World Order, I think that's like a wrestling reference. I know, apologize. I don't watch wrestling. All my friends do. I never really got into it. But isn't that like a wrestling logo? Either way, this goes straight to the dogs of Amazon. So when you fly too close to the sun, this is typically how it ends up right here. The dogs of Amazon means that this listing was removed. All right, let's get to the top 5 niches. Niche #1 today, Trump 2024. So I'm pretty well disconnected from politics and the news. So for me, it's like I almost get my news through what's trending in the t-shirt in the t-shirt streets on Amazon. So I know Trump was in the news lately. And you know, that's all it takes for him to be on people's minds. There's, you know, that translates into t-shirt sales. So Trump 2024 are the keywords I used to generate the designs behind me. And in terms of average BSR in the top 10, it looks to be at about 50,000, right? So this is, you know, a very high value keywords to be ranked on. And again, Trump 2024 are the keywords that are trendy right now. There's actually, I mean, Trump as a whole niche with various sub niches is doing quite well, seeing a nice boost. You can even see it in Podly here with the sales history that it looks like it peaked in, or I mean, it started to like increase in demand right around March 31st. Niche #2. And this, I just typed in autism to get the parent niche with lots of sub niche potential. I actually put together a package of 50 different sub niches within this niche. These are obviously going to sell extremely well about right now. You can tell by the BSRs. Looks like the average BSR of the top 10. I always duck my shoulder out so you can see number 10 behind me here. It looks like the average BSR is like 20,000, if not lower. It's probably a little bit lower. So these are selling quite well right now as expected. I did show you guys with regards to Google Trends that it looks like the first week of April is typically when, you know, a month-long niche will see the highest demand. Not that you won't make sales throughout the whole month of April, but right now is really when you want to be in this niche. And you can see here that Podly kind of shows you the trend up there, but also gives you additional keywords that you can target both in your organic listing and if you want to run ads as well, some additional keywords to target. These would translate really well into just like a broad campaign if you wanted to cast a really wide net. Niche #3 today. Oops, before niche #3, guys, check out my free print-on-demand mini course, my blueprint for 2023. It's linked in the description. Just need your email address. I'll send you an incredibly in-depth sequence of lessons to help you get started and replicate my process. And my print-on-demand Facebook group. If you're not already a member, it's linked in the description. Niche #3 is Stand with Trump. Now, Podly and these research tools, they do their best to scan Amazon's catalog and extract data into their database, but it's not always going to be current. For instance, I mentioned that like the Trump stuff looked like it really started to spike in interest around March 31st. That is still only just a few days ago. So you're not going to find in Podly like all of the like the full scope of what is selling right now with regards to some of these. They're not, I don't know. Some of them are new Trump sub niches, but some of them are also just old Trump themed shirts that are being kind of resurrected with him being in the news cycle again. But I stand with Trump in terms of niche #3. You can see the BSRs here look to be ranging from, 50,000 to 200,000, I would say, on average. By the way, if you want to sell any Trump shirts that are trending right now, you can always check out Vexels. It is a premium resource for pre-made graphics. Now, I tend to sell in niches where I don't need like high-end graphics to succeed. But if you're going to sell Trump stuff specifically, I think it's almost like there's an expectation of having something Trump-ish, right, in the design itself. Now, that could be text, right? It could be an American flag, could be whatever. But if you want graphics of Trump that, you want to pair with your Trump designs, in the last like 4 years, no joke, this is probably like the lowest hanging fruit in terms of, oh, I paid for this graphic and it paid for itself and then some, right? I was able to monetize it. So you can use Vexels, again, high end. They have a team of designers. It is a premium resource. So it's not like Creative Fabrica where everybody and their mother has a subscription. Vexels a little bit pricier. So higher barrier of entry, less people using them. And then definitely equally useful in terms of what you can do with them. And with the Trump thing trending right now, I mean, this is a great time to check it out. I'll put a link in the description of Vexels. Niche number 4 today. How about purple for military kids? This one actually I didn't have on my radar. So when I saw these, I'm just kind of scrolling through the trends. And when I see something that is kind of standing out that I don't recall seeing recently, this is why you do it, repetition. You do these regularly. You do research regularly. You'll notice when something new pops up. And the purple, we wear purple for military kids. This niche currently has probably about an average BSR of maybe 90,000 amongst the top 10. All right, that's pretty darn good. And I actually Googled it, and it looks like this is an April 15th day. So easily overlooked, I would say, in terms of like all the other big trends of April. So this is one that, I would check trademarks. My bad, I didn't check the trademark. We can actually do that live. Just to be sure. What is it? We wear purple. Is that what we type in? Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly. Sometimes you just gotta, I have a video actually. I link it in the description of all of my top 5 niches where I talk about, is this niche safe? And I do recommend, if you guys haven't seen that video, to check it out, because checking trademarks is just one portion of what we need to do. We need to do more than that. All right. So it looks like, yeah, at a glance, this should be safe. But again, is this niche safe? There is another side of this, which is the merch content policy and how to validate before you submit anything to merch. I recommend watching that YouTube video. It's in the description. It's free. It is one of the most valuable videos I've ever put out. But this looks to be just fine. Purple for military kids is the niche. April 15th is when you're going to see probably peak sales, if not maybe a couple days prior. But sometimes you see a lot of sales on the day of the event as well. All right. Niche number 5 today is another Trump niche. Free Trump. All right. They're talking about arresting him, right? The free Trump stuff just makes sense. And now this is, in terms of BSRs, an average BSR of the top 10. Well, actually, you know what? I just realized I looked at Podly here, and Podly didn't probably scrape all of the designs that are currently trending. This is why in the previous Trump niche, I just went to Amazon and I screenshotted from Amazon search results, because it's giving me like the most current up-to-date BSRs, whereas Podly is relying on bots that are like cycling their IP addresses, because Amazon has all these protections against people trying to scrape and extract data from Amazon because it's so valuable. So their data is not exactly the most up-to-date as of right now, but I mean, hey, this is how the research tools work. I know that Podly has at least like an algorithmic control where they try to prioritize the high-end BSRs, and then not as much the low-end BSRs. So as something emerges, you know what I mean, from a million BSR plus to, 40K BSR, there might be a little bit of a delay in getting the full niche updated. So free Trump is niche number 5. You can see some of these designs are super simple. Like, look at the second design. It's just hashtag free Trump. White text on a black shirt. I think we can all manage to pull that one off, right? And if you do need a distressed font, go to Creative Fabrica. Of course, I always link that in the description as well. And just look up like admin texture. All right. You can, if you have a $4.99 a month subscription to Creative Fabrica, you can grab admin texture and make these text-only designs super simple. All right, emerging trends. These are print-on-demand niches that have seen a significant jump or outperformance of their 30-day average BSR recently. So this is typically indicative of a trend that has arrived. This is like Easter, autism awareness, and then a couple Trump stuff. And then we have the LWO, Latino World Order shirt that we looked at earlier that was removed from Amazon. So definitely steer clear of that one. Looking ahead, if you want to sell in random holidays, we have May 2nd. So these are at least a month out. May 2nd, Brothers and Sisters Day. May 3rd, World Press Freedom Day. And I put Julian Assange there as a, not really a joke, kind of a sad one really, but World Press Freedom Day, May 3rd. May 4th, Bird Day. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo Day. And May 6th is Kentucky Derby Day. So there's some high demand niches coming up in May as well. If you want to plan a month out and try to actually like rank organically on one of these like high end niches, now would be the time to really start like getting those designs up, getting the keywords optimized. And when I say organically, like you still probably need to run ads to generate the sales early to get that organic rank where you really capitalize on peak interest when these dates start to come. The archive is a feature in Podly where we can look back at a period of time. So I looked back 11 months. So we're looking at May 2nd, 2022 right now. Here's the top 10 designs of that time. Got some Cinco de Mayo, got some Mother's Day stuff. And that's when the birds aren't real trademarked niche was just kind of emerged from the shadows with BSRs of 1,700, 4,000, and 15,000. So whoever owns that trademark made an insane amount of money over the span of about a couple weeks back then. Removed designs also tracked by Podly, but unfortunately we can't see why they were removed. If you guys just want to take a quick look at these, and your guess is as good as mine typically. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't why these were removed, but these were all removed in the last 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, guys. By the way, it is April. I have an early April birthday, so I'm going to be running a 20% off sale for my print-on-demand course starting today. Also, I'll send an email with more information out sometime either today or tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. But if you want to use the link in the description, check out my full course. I will also include the 20% off discounted link down there in case you want to enroll and copy my approach, literally copy my approach that generates me six-figure profits every single year from print-on-demand. Also, I have a private community. I do weekly live streams, at least 2 a week. I do real-time Q&A, basically answering your questions. And if you join, I literally cover your first few months of subscription fee in free Etsy listings. So if you sell on Etsy, all you have to do is give me your invite link. I will get you like somewhere in the range of 800 to 1,000 free Etsy listings, which if you do the math basically covers, a few months of the enrollment fee for my private community. If you want to work directly with me, it is by far the most cost efficient way. It's linked in the description. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video.